Welcome back to another episode of Exploring Whiskeys. I'm Eric.
I'm Kevin, and today we are going to go back to Redwood Empire, which is it's been a long time. We had already done the Pipe Dream,
the red label.
The red label, which was the bourbon. This is the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. So this is going to have a bluer label. There's also a rye that has like a green label, and
Emerald Giant.
That's the Emerald Giant. This is a blend. So it is a blend of straight whiskeys. So one, we're pretty sure it's sourced from MGP. Especially based off of when you look at the actual mash bills of the different whiskeys.
The 95.5 gave it away.
60% of this is the rye. That is 95% rye and 5% malted barley, which is like MGP all the way. And 40% of this is a 21% rye, and MGP has their low and high rye are one's 36, one's 21. So it's probably all MGP, but this is all done in Cali. So this is a California distillery. I know we went through a lot more of the history in the Pipe Dream, and we'll link that up there. But there was, I know it's in an old apple processing plant.
Right, that's right.
And that's kind of interesting. It's in Sonoma, which you would think they'd be doing
finishing.
You would think, but that's really not what they do. But they do age it, and probably a local oak versus maybe like a Kentucky oak for the barrel. Maybe it's a different wood, like type of American oak.
I think it may be just a different climate.
Absolutely true. Yeah, Sonoma's a little bit different than Kentucky and Indiana.
Just a smidge.
The other cool part, and one of their calling cards, is the fact that all of them are named after famous redwoods, sequoias. So this is named after a Lost Monarch, which is one of the tallest, largest coastal redwood, is what this is named after. And for every bottle that's sold, they plant a tree. So they are up over 617,000 trees that they've planted.
That's a lot of whiskey.
It's a lot of bottles of whiskey. But good for them. Yep. I mean, they got a little bit of a cause. I know it says at least 3 years on the website. It says 4 to 8 on the website. Sorry, that was a different one. The rye is 4 to 12, and the bourbon is 3 to 5.
Okay.
Is what it says on the website. And then 90 proof. And I think that's everything. Everything I know about this guy.
This was a birthday present bottle from Adam.
Yeah, Mr. Morgan. Not exactly donating to the show, but donating to the show still.
He's a big fan of the Redwood Empire.
Yeah, he enjoys their whiskeys.
And he did let us fill us in that they're coming out with the barrel.
Yeah, he just sent. Was that this week or
it was last week?
Last week. Yeah, so they're going to be releasing a barrel proof lineup of all the same three. So they had the blended whiskey, the bourbon, and the rye.
Yep.
They got a nice amber color going on there. Ooh, pretty solid legs too.
Oh yeah, you're gonna love the nose.
Rye forward, I assume. Yeah.
Peppery dill.
Yeah, I definitely the pepper, but it does get towards that kind of herbal botanical type side, which loses me. Whoa, I just got a fruit.
I'm good.
Almost like a raspberry.
I got a proof on that one. That sniff, and it's only 90.
Like tart raspberry, I get that in there someplace. I'm not even sure why. Not one that I would have expected to get. Not a note I was expecting. Now I'm gonna get The
initial was creamy.
There's a nice creamy note to it. There's a sweet note to it, a little vanilla-ish, and a mint note. Is in there, pretty strong as well.
It's gone to powdered sugar or that cream. And the cattail again.
Yep. Yeah.
I get that vanilla powder sugar. Yeah.
Well, I lost my raspberries. That's a bummer. I really like that. That was kind of a cool little note in there.
The nose is rye. You get
on the palate.
The palate doesn't have nearly as much.
Agreed. It's not crazy aggressive, but it's very, very apparent that rye.
Yeah.
There is an herbal note in there.
Oh, that tiny little sip was nothing but rye.
See, I always do the opposite. I always do the first one's a tiny little sip. The second one's bigger sip. That's a lot of pepper.
Yeah.
The pepper spice is really strong. It's not horrible. It's not exactly a profile that I prefer, but it's not. I've
Sure
definitely had worse.
Not surprised.
I've had worse, and
All right.
all right. Let's drop some water and hope the bourbon makes a bigger appearance. Again, it's not totally off. It's not great.
Still there.
Very much so. Yeah.
More proof too. On the nose.
That definitely the rye is kicked up a touch.
On the palate too. A little hotter. I lost all that sweet.
Yeah, all the sweetness went away.
It's more. It tastes more like the nose.
It's all herbal pepper rye. Maybe a little bit of orange note in there, like a citrusy note.
I don't get it.
But it's, yeah, clove, baking spice, allspice, all that kind of stuff. Not the pepper type spice, like not cinnamon, but all like peppers and more aggressive type herbal notes. It's not what I was expecting.
So the Lost Monarch. It's the world's largest coastal redwood by volume at 320 feet tall and 26 feet in diameter.
Nice. 26 feet in diameter.
That's a big damn tree.
That is a very big tree. That's a very big tree. It's not my jam. I don't know how to nicely say that. It's just not my jam.
Well, that'd be a jam for you in a cocktail.
That would be a very solid Manhattan. I mean, you could even throw in some simple syrup. It'd probably be a pretty good old fashioned as well. It needs something to kind of like a little bit.
Even like a splash of orange bitters.
Yeah, because again, every once in a while I get a citrus note, so a little orange bitters could pop that open just a little bit more. It needs some simple syrup as far as I'm concerned. It needs a sweeter note. It lost it as soon as you put the water in it. Maybe the cube.
Drop a cherry in there.
Something
to sweeten it up.
Yeah, just a little something to just round the edge out a little bit. It's an okay price too. It's $35.
$35.
Right in that ballpark for 90 proof, 3+ years based off their website of whiskey sitting in it. It's cool, and they plant a tree. All that sounds great. I like the pipe dream a little bit better. And I really don't remember the Emerald Giant.
I know Adam had it at one point. He may still have it. So if he does, we'll do that one on the show as well. Finish out the 3 until we get the barrel.
Yeah.
As soon as those are released, we know Adam's going to buy those.
Very true. Yeah, that botanically note comes up really strong with the water. It's not my bag, baby.
All right. Well, the consensus on this side is that if you're not a rye fan, it's not for you.
Nope, not your jam.
Not for you unless you're going to use it in a Manhattan.
Yeah,
or some
as
other
a mixer,
cocktail that calls for
Yeah.
a high rye. I don't mind it.
Yeah, good. I'm not saying that I mind it. It would not be a bottle I'd go to.
Yeah.
It's not a bottle. But I knew that. I already know that. Like, I know that about all their whiskeys. Like, they're just not quite my profile. That doesn't mean they're not somebody else's profile. So
maybe it's that Pacific Northwest.
I'm not a West Coast guy. I'm East Coast all the way.
2 down.
Yeah.
1 more to go if Adam has it, and then at some point,
the barrel
next
proofs.
3, the barrel proof. I'm anxious to try those.
Yeah, I'm just hoping, like, I'd be interested if this was aged just a touch too. What would that do? That'd be interesting.
Maybe the higher proof is just
maybe that's
up.
it.
The proof will cover something up.
Maybe.
So, well, we'll find out.
That's right.
So, well, thanks for joining this episode. The review of the Redwood Empire Lost Monarch. I guess we didn't even know the distribution.
No,
I
don't know.
I like to think if we're getting it out here that it's pretty ready. Pretty ready available.
Probably across the country.
Well,
be my guess.
If you see it, it's for $35. It's worth picking up.
Yeah.
Again, if you're like Kevin, you don't like it. If you buy it, it's a mixer.
It's a good. It's a
and
fine
for
mixer.
$35, you don't feel bad using it as a mixer.
Exactly.
So, well, we hope you enjoyed the review. As always, if you did, we'd encourage you to hit that like button at the bottom of the screen.
And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. hit the bell icon to get notified every time we put out an episode. We do something like this about twice a week. Love for you to join our little journey through a whole lot of different whiskeys.
Absolutely, and help us grow the channel.
Yep.
So thanks for watching.
See you on the next episode.
Cheers.
Cheers.